the last 2.5 years after I get injured, like that was a nightmare for me because when you have a certain lifestyle, something what you love and all, and you do it every day, that's taken from you. So what are gonna do? You sit and when you do it 3 sessions a day or 2 sessions a day, and then you're doing nothing because you can't. It's like a nightmare. Like, and eventually I got my surgery done. I have to get certain things in work, so I could do it. After a long, rehabilitation, like about 30 months now from the surgery. Finally start training, get fight going on. I got 2 grappling matches in CRC just to get back to see how my knee is and all that. So just pretty slowly just getting back to the business.
Do you ever think about giving up?
Yeah, the thing was could go through my head. It's kind of the way people around you will care about you, saying, "Oh, leave that. Oh, this is you spend all your money. You losing your life because you have to start thinking about real life and all that." And for certain people, that's all it is. It's stability. Get stable job, get a house, blah blah blah. That's for certain people. But I'm like, real life is about this: what you care, what you love, what you can feel it, you can do it. And I was thinking, but I knew it. If I give up, I would never relax and want to have a peace because I know that I can reach very very high. I just need the right adjustment about my blueprint and everything, just change little things. And actually that injury, it just moved me to that point where I think, okay, I need to do this, I'm going to do that, and eventually now I come back and it's nothing. I don't see a life without training, like without competing, and I think it's all doesn't matter for me. So after all those things happen in my career, like I was many times I really work on myself, acknowledge myself, what I'm doing and all that, and if I do something, I mean it to do it. I don't like do it things halfway, and across all that injury, I realized like I was doing many times fighting for someone, like for your friends, for your family, for coaches, for someone. And for end of the days, I realized who you should do it for yourself. And like this fight coming up in 25th of the March, I just want to do it for myself. Just just give all me and see what I'm made of. So my training camp takes place in a few different places, like mainly here in Phantom. Like my training partner is David Vishnios, Pavel Politevo. It's 2 amateur guys, but like they're really like tough guys. Like they're very like high level guys, like tough and technical. So they try. They're a little bit lighter than me, but still give me good kick with the training. As well, I train with the Chris Fields a little bit in swords, like that help me as well to prepare my fight. So I do everything now, just a little bit more working on my head instead of my body, because people like focus most times from the neck down, but I realize if you everything starts in the head. So if you doesn't like train train your head, you're never fully physically ready. So for me, like now, and I realize badly this. Like my biggest problem was my head, because my confidence never was this, because I was I need this and that, and I realize now that's what is my main enemy was my head, and I realize I have to work on this. So I'm pretty confident now with this who I am now, and like many guys have many attitudes with the fights, like his biggest weapon is left hook or whatever, triangle, all that. And I realized maybe like I'm not great in each discipline, but I'm a little bit of everything. But I realize now, just now after all those years, my biggest weapon is my big heart to the fight and ability to adapt to bad situation in the fights and approve almost every fight you can see. And just realize that's the biggest weapon you could have in the sport, because if somebody have a great skills and don't have a heart or ability to adapt to the bad situation, and the skills won't help. So I think I show pretty best me, in this fight, and on other fights, so it's be pretty good to watch me now this time.
Yeah. So you're defending that title that's behind you right there.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Do you want to talk about how you won it, and then the person you're going to be defending against, Christophe Rea, at the Clan
Yeah, I won this title against Conor Cook. That was pretty tough fight for me. That was first guy, like those well-rounded guy. Has a great stand-up, as everybody knows. He wasn't as great as on the ground, but still it's a good opponent for test my heart. I think I talked Pablo. I think counted them about 80 punches, and still on end round I take down the guy and I submit. So it was pretty tough win. But I was so happy about it. I wasn't. Many people say, "Oh, you get beaten over there and all that," but I say, "Look, for end of the days, I'm the one who's standing there with the hand up, and if you go in there, like I said, there's people. If you go in there, take that punches and you still win, and then they can say, "Was shit win," But I believe those good show as well. Even it wasn't so good from my side, This time I'm gonna defend this title against Christophe Rea. What I know about him, he's a pretty tall lad. His background is boxing. That really is what I know about the guy. Okay, boxing, tall guy. Okay, you can say, okay, take him down, blah 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 blah. But again, I'm not pursuing anything. I just think to be ready for anything, I seen one fight on the Facebook. He knocked out the guy. I think I can take one of those punches and still go forward. So be pretty good world out there.
Yeah. So like you said earlier that you're working with Chris Fields, and Chris is obviously a tall guy. So how much of a help was that working with Chris to prepare for?
It's a big help because the guy it's well-rounded, number one for Long Island and 84 kilos. So it's pretty and it's heavy guy as well. So it's wonderful guy, with the help, it's just loads of good things from his side, I pretty believe and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make it. I wanna get this fight done, get another couple fights done, and then get some big show where I could, I don't know, it's UFC or KSW, one of those big shows, and I get good money over, and then just drop my job and do this full time. I'm 30 years old. I realize I'm old, and that's my call to get out there, and live the dream. And mine, for example, is from the Polish sportsmen, is a Christophe Rea or Petr Sabota. I have them on the Facebook, and I've seen them all the training, in Thailand and the States and all that. And I just realized how great that would be your job. So it's unreal how happy you could be doing what you do and make money from it. It's like a dream. That's what it's achieved for. And before, I never would be even dreaming about, I'm good enough to do this. And I realized anybody can do this. Just it's state of your head, of your mind. Okay, I can do it. How you want to do something if you don't even think about it, you can do it. So, I realize anybody can achieve anything. It's once you just believe in, and I deeply believe in that's gonna happen. So. I'm gonna put everything, and again, I'm not gonna the way I was before. I was very strict and I was very raw to myself. Oh, this isn't the workout. Oh, this doesn't work out. No matter what's gonna happen, I'm gonna be happy because now I realize everything must happen to you, and you lose or something what didn't work out for you. It's actually goodness for you because that's make you work harder, develop something new. So if you once you take a lesson from it and you do something, you work for it, it's always win. So it's no lose out there. It's no lose to chase your dream. It's only lose when you're not chasing your dream and you sit back and I say, I'm not good enough to do that. So chase your dream. Everybody should have no matter what you love, what you do, it's if you keep follow your instinct, you live in dream.
Yeah. So if I was to ask you UFC or KSW, which would you pick?
I'd be happy with any of them, to be honest. I would love to show up in the KSW because obviously it's Polish show. I would happy to show a face. UFC as well would be great. I don't really like PK in this, but of course UFC is the biggest show, and I would love to be there. But this one, another one, I'd be happy with to show up my face.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.